Alright, so this video is about whether or not, I'm a Sifu and what it really means. I just want this to be an educational video. Interestingly enough, the reason why this video is being made is I've been teaching in some schools and I've been working with some children and some junior high kids, and I told them about my channel, and some of them found some videos of some haters and told me about some of the things that the haters are saying. And originally I wasn't going to make a response about it, but I think this is a good topic. So one of the haters was saying that I'm like a self-made Sifu. Nobody appointed me that title, but I appointed it to myself. And my response to that is, I'm born as a Chinese person. That's not something that I could change, and that's who I am. So that's part of my culture, that's a part of my history. So Sifu, that word is from the Chinese language, so that's why I'm using that word. I'm not saying that I'm a sensei, which is a Japanese word, or using any other, like a guru or any other title or terminology from another culture. So I'm born into that culture, and that's why the word Sifu is being used. As far as what the word means in Chinese, it means teacher, father, the integration of both. So as far as being a father is concerned, I am a father. That's a fact. I have 5 children, so that aspect is something that I put forth effort to fulfill and become in its own right, just basically engaging in a relationship and creating children, and also being a part of their lives to be a father figure. As far as being a teacher is concerned, I am a teacher. I own a school. It's called Freddy's Modern Kung Fu. It's on 1642 West Howard Street in Chicago. I've been running that school, for about 8 years. And I've been training, in Kung Fu and martial arts pretty much my whole life. And it started with my father and learning from him as far as the discipline is concerned. So it's a part of my family history. So I am a teacher and I'm a father. So whether or not I am a good teacher or whether or not I am a good father, that's subjective. So people would have to meet me and see for themselves whether or not I'm qualified to teach them, or if they give me enough respect to learn from me. I cannot be a teacher to all, and I cannot be a father to all. So that's one of the dilemmas of trying to teach online, is that there's just too many people in this world, and you can't be an instructor for everybody, because everybody has different ways of learning and different capabilities and skill sets. And some people, I might be able to teach them something, and for others, they feel that there's not much that they could learn from me. So that title is used for the people that respect me as a Sifu. So if they meet me and they accept me as their teacher, they come to the school, they like what they see, and then they pay the tuition, and they're like, you know what, I accept him as my Sifu and he's my teacher / father, because it's supposed to be like the Chinese way of seeing it is like the Sifu is an integration of both. It's not just a teacher, but it's also a father. So basically like a father figure. So in a way, Jesus was seen as like a father to all, or the people that believed in that religion or that way. But it's just like a father figure. If you don't have a father in your household, then you will seek for father figures. When I was younger, I was inspired by Michael Jordan and Bruce Lee and Tupac, and those people were seen as, role models. So in a way, kind of like a role model is almost like a father figure. You're seeking to learn from somebody that, that's going to help you to grow. So the Chinese way is Sifu, integration of teacher and father. And I fulfilled all the aspects of father, teacher, and the history of being Chinese. That's in my blood. So that shoots down whoever tries to say whatever he wants to say. As far as appointing somebody to be a Sifu, like I can't go around and appoint a black person, be like, you know what, because I have the authority, you're white now. No, a white person can't go around and be like, you know what, I have the authority to say that, you know, this black person is a white person. No, you know, like, you're white, but it doesn't mean that you could turn a black person to a white person. You're black, it doesn't mean that you could turn a white person to, you know, a black person, you know, like basically that's what I'm talking about with the martial arts. Is like, if you're, you know, you're born Chinese, then you're Chinese. You're born Korean, you're Korean. You're born Japanese, you're Japanese. You know, you're born Thai, you're born Thai. So that language and that history is not something that you could appoint to somebody. So people could say, hey, you know, under my authority, this person is an instructor of my school. But, you know, don't say under my authority, this person is now Sifu, you know, because this person is not, if this person is not a part of the Chinese culture, then that's not the right terminology to use, you know. So as far as authority is concerned, it's kind of like going to college and then you have, you know, you have to fulfill the requirements to get that degree. So if you want to say that I got, you know, you got a bachelor's degree, then you got to fulfill those requirements of the school. So, you know, I went to Purdue. Hey, you know, you fulfill the requirements, then you could claim that you got a bachelor's degree from Purdue, you know. But when it comes to being an instructor, anybody could say that they're a teacher. Anybody could say that they're an instructor, but it doesn't mean that they're qualified. It doesn't mean that they are good at what they do. Just like there's a lot of people out there that could create children, but it doesn't mean that they're good fathers. So as I stated, you know, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there. So some videos you can learn from, some videos they're not good for learning. So when you meet somebody who says that they're a teacher, or says that they're a teacher or an instructor, or says that they're a master or whatever, you need to assess for yourself whether or not this person is qualified to teach you, and whether or not they meet your requirements, you know. And that's all I have to say about that. I mean, you know, people will dislike some of the things that I say, some of the things that I do, and, you know, it's sad that some people feel that way, but, you know, I hope that people will pay attention to the positive energy out there, and to stay away from the negative, and, you know, just move on. But, you know, that's pretty much what a Sifu is, you know. And I think people out there, they need to be educated on these things. People still keep calling you know, there's a lot of people that still call my place a dojo, and that's improper. You know, my place is a kun, which is the Chinese martial arts school. It's not a dojo. And, you know, I could say that it's a martial arts school, or I could say that it's a kun, because the Japanese way of doing things is not a part of my history. So I'm not here to misrepresent that or to miseducate about that, you know. And I am not a sensei, you know, that's not what I'm representing. That's, my Japanese is not my background. So I'm promoting the Chinese culture, I'm promoting the Chinese terminology, the Chinese language, and the Chinese ways. You know, it doesn't mean that, you know, other cultures don't have something great to offer, but that's not my field, you know. And I'm staying specific to what I wish to represent, which is part of my blood, and also being born and raised in America, using the English language and learning from the American culture and integrating that with the Chinese culture, in which to share what I wish to share, you know. So, you know, thank you for listening, and thank you for all your support, everybody. And hopefully this video gave you a little bit more knowledge in what, you know, what the Sifu really means, and the wording and the terminology, and, you know, just to kind of clear up some of this confusion out there. I think that, you know, the Japanese and the Korean martial arts, you know, it's more well known within the martial arts schools, within the communities. So people just keep using those terminologies in reference to the Chinese martial arts, and that's not proper. That's not the right way. So just be very clear to be very clear, you know, karate and kung fu is not the same. A Japanese person and a Chinese person is not the same. Sensei and a Sifu is not the same. These are different languages, these are different cultures, these are different expressions. So hopefully this video helps clear some of that up. And once again, thank you for all your support, and you take care.